my name is Jessica. Welcome to Pine and Plates. Tonight we are going to be doing a pantry cooking dinner. This dinner is made with ingredients that I always have on hand and is always a family favorite in our house. It is a sloppy Joe bake. So stay tuned and we'll get you cooking. Started, let's preheat the oven to 400 degrees. We're going to start the recipe off by cutting up an onion and getting our garlic all pressed. I'm going to add a little bit of olive oil to my pan, probably about a tablespoon is there, and I'm going to turn this on to about a medium to medium high heat. I'm going to then add in my onion and probably 2 cloves of garlic. Let this saute for a couple minutes, and then we'll be adding the ground beef. Now that my onions have started to caramelize and saute, I'm going to add 2 pounds of ground beef into my skillet. The original recipe I have for this calls for actually like a pound to a pound and a half, but we tend to like a little more meat in our family, so I always do 2. And then I'll start to smash this up and get it all grounded and let this cook until it is browned. So while this ground beef is cooking up, we'll get started on making I guess you would say it's like the biscuit crust that goes into the dish. So we're going to put together now the biscuit topping that we're going to pour over the beef mixture that we're making. And so then for this, it calls for 1.5 cups of flour. And so this is a 1/2 cup here, so I'm using 3 of them. And then it calls for 1.5 teaspoons of baking powder, 1/2 teaspoon of salt, and 2 tablespoons of butter. Here's the salt. And then we'll add the 2 tablespoons of butter. And then we're going to just mash this all up so that it becomes kind of like a biscuit topping. So now that we have this kind of the butter blended in, we're going to add to this 1 cup of milk. And then we'll add 2 eggs. And we'll just incorporate this and mix it together. So that should be good, and we can set this aside and get back to our ground beef. And now that our ground beef is almost completely browned, we're going to add to this mixture 1 15-ounce can of tomato sauce, and 1/2 cup of ketchup, probably about 2 teaspoons of mustard, or about a tablespoon, I guess. And we're going to stir that. And generally I do add maybe about 1/4 of a cup of water to this mixture as well. So here's the 1/4 cup of water. And then you will salt and pepper to taste. And you can always add some additional spices. Sometimes if I don't have onion or if I don't have garlic, I will just add the garlic powder or the onion powder. But it gets all nice and cooked. And I almost forgot, for this recipe, you do add about 1/4 of a cup or 1/3 of a cup of brown sugar just to cut that acidic out of the flavoring. And we're gonna mix that all together, and I can turn this probably off now. And we're gonna get this all assembled and baked. To our 9 by 13, we are now gonna add our beefy mixture and get all that good stuff in there. And then we are going to pour the biscuit topping on top. And just kind of have it spread all around. And get it nice and covered. So then to the topping, after we have it all spread out, you can either add sesame seeds, or since I don't have sesame seeds, I'm going to add a little bit of this everything bagel seasoning to the top, just for the added flavor and crunch. We will then add this into our preheated oven at 400 degrees for 20 to 25 minutes. For tonight's side, I think I'm just gonna steam up some California medley vegetables. After 20 to 25 minutes, we end up with a nice, bubbly dish. Parker's gonna be my taste tester and tell me what he thinks. Like it?
Mm-hmm.
Tastes good?
This is really good.
Oh, good. Thank you. Thanks for joining me in my kitchen tonight. I look forward to our next one. Bye.